Assalamu alaikum, Shaz. How you doing? You okay?
I'm Sam, not too bad. How are you? Okay?
Oh, good. So we're in the sort of mid stages of pre-season. Can
Yeah.
you summarize how it's gone so far?
It's gone okay. It's gone all right. Probably in line with what we'd kind of expect. The session's been really good. Obviously, we've had a bit of a rejig. We've had another coach leave to go higher. So we brought two in from within the club because we believe in trying to progress people from within the club and give them a pathway. And then obviously we managed to bring Nimesh in, which has helped. And I think pre-season, yeah. So we're trying a couple of different things, and that's what pre-season is about. Trying a couple of different things, see what works, what doesn't work, what we need to improve on, what we don't, and just use it. Basic pre-season's foundation for the season coming up ahead. And that's the way we look at it.
And what are the main goals you've set for the team during the pre-season period? So leading up to
Yeah,
season start.
so it's getting better in what we do. So, basically we're a well-oiled machine when it comes to the start of the season on the 26th of July. There's little tweaks that we want to do. There's some things we're looking at, maybe playing slightly differently, and that's what preseason is about. It gives us opportunities to try those sort of things. We've played two games. Both games, have ended in defeat, but it's shown us a lot in terms of what we're trying to do, what we try and get out of the systems that we're playing. So it's given us a lot of valuable feedback.
Is there a difference in the squad from this time last season to this time now?
100%, 100%. I think the biggest difference is so the preseason this year we started a little bit later. So we're only doing like 4.5 weeks worth of preseason. And part of the reason for that is we've got a fit group of lads. They all look after themselves, and like some of the guys obviously I think we had about 7 or 8 weeks off from the end of the season, and some of the guys looked at them and they turned, come back in for the first preseason session, and they were looking good. They were looking good, and the sort of run times that they're submitting, they're very good. So it shows that they're looking after themselves and they haven't just let themselves go or get into the pub or just go crazy on food. So yeah, it's been good.
So you spoke about recruiting new coaches and obviously developing from within. Can you
Yep.
describe what people like? Here we got Ibi, Safi, and then that's what they'll bring to the team.
Yeah, so Safi's obviously coming in because he's done a decent job with the under 18s. He's good with people. He's good with uh, trying to get the best out of people. And I think that was key reason trying to bring him in. His organisational skills are very good. Ibi is another fantastic coach. He's one of the best that we have. Footballing wise, his IQ in terms of from a tactical point of view, technical sort of point of view, I think he'll help us take us to the next level. We had the opportunity of bringing in people from outside at that point, but we decided against it just because we believe in trying to promote our own. And then obviously, we've done that and we've gone a couple of weeks in, and then we've had the opportunity to bring Nimesh in. And Nimesh don't need an introduction. In terms of, at this, we play step 6. I think you can go to step 2, step 1 football, and you won't find a licensed coach there. So I think that just speaks, it speaks volumes for him because he's willing to come down to us to help us out, and it shows that we're trying to do things the right way.
So we've had improvements in well, not improvements, but we've had new coaching staff in. The intensity in training today is particularly quite high.
Yeah,
Nimesh was talking about the senior players in the team talk just
yeah,
before training started.
yeah.
What role are the senior players playing this season, especially with the amount of young players in the team?
Yeah, so they've got a much bigger role this year. It's something that we've spoke about between myself, Fishy, and the rest of the management team about trying to drive standards. And it's something like Nimesh said earlier on today. You can't coach effort. Effort comes from the players themselves and comes from leadership sort of teams, so senior sort of players. So the senior players are going to play a big role in this season.
So finally, coming on to the first few games of the season,
Yeah,
the fixtures were released. We've got Stanway up first,
yeah, yeah,
Whittlesea derby
yeah,
game second,
yeah,
and Needham Market away.
yeah.
Any sort of insight you can give us towards those 3 games?
Yeah, we've got to hit the ground running. I mean, Stanley, obviously a very good side. Ended up finishing runners up. They were obviously unlucky in the playoffs. We will see since they changed management, they've obviously improved. Again, a derby is a derby. It doesn't matter the level of opposition. A derby is a derby, and the quality is always going to be there. So, but from our perspective, we've got to hit the ground running. We've got to make the most of the couple of games in July, August, September, October. The pitches are nice, the weather's nice, and it's the sort of weather that our football kind of flourish. So, in my eyes, we've got to have 9 points out of 9 in those first 3 games.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Top man.